So what's up, folks? I am looking at this NVOS strategy. So I created a strategy for NVOS from August the 3rd, and that strategy looked like it worked pretty good for the first entry for NVOS here at, well, it looks like it's moving now. But it worked pretty good for the first entry for NVOS for today, September the 5th, September the 5th. This first entry here around 9:57. Then it gave another potential entry for this time here, which to me, honestly, that looked like that was going to be too soon. There wasn't enough of a pullback. Like if you look at the 1 minute chart over here, and then it gave another entry here. And of course, I mean, if you look at it, like they are pullbacks, and so you could have captured that bit there. And here a pullback, you could have captured that bit there. Here a pullback, could have captured that bit there. This one here obviously would have been stopped out. It's not giving any entries down here. So overall, it's still not a bad strategy. However, depends on how much you're looking to capture. So here could have captured that much, right? Or would you be trying to capture that much there? I don't recall, because this is the show me here. This is the show me, so it's just indicating like where to get in. It's not actually the strategy, so it can be automated. So I don't recall what the risk to reward. Let me see if I've got it written down. What the actual risk to reward should be on NVOS. And of course, if it's moving, if it's more volatile on this day than the other day, then it wouldn't do right. So look like that strategy I made for NVOS worked for NVOS as well as AXLA. So there's the AXLA one. Google got all kinds of notes here. I've been making more strategies than I've had time to put them in my notebook. So let me see. Okay, here's the one for NVOS that was actually applied to NVOS. I ran it from on September the 1st, and the settings on that was, which I think is a little bit different than what I see now, but the settings on that was stop loss of 3.45% and take profit of 20.1%, 16%. So let me see if I can enter that into a strategy. Let me see what that'll do. Let's go, because I don't want to mess with this screen here. I tell you what, let's copy this, and then we're going to copy. Why does it keep doing that? Okay, copy. It's giving me a error prompt. Okay, so we're gonna open that up. We're gonna go and open up the strategy for NVOS, and I've already got it on here, but I don't think that the values. I think the values are probably optimized for the AXLA because I applied it to several different charts. Yeah, these values are not the same. So let me go in here and adjust these values. I'm going to remove this one. The swing low should be 1.08. Swing high should be 1.44. Stop loss of 3.45, 20.16. Oh, that's for AXLA. No, actually, I think it was right. 0.99, 1.44, 3.45, 12.096. Yeah, I think that was right. So let's see why it didn't apply. Make sure all my settings are right, and okay, so you can't see that on your side, but let me see if I can add that so you can see it. The strategy performance report. Oh, well, there it is. Right there. Okay. Alright, so there's a strategy performance report. Okay, so with settings applied as they are now, it only took 2 trades for $3,000 profit. I feel like something is not showing me something here. 6% return, which is all fine, but where do we see the trades on the screen? So that's the trade from September the 1st. Okay, and then this is the other trade from September the 1st. So it really, so based on the way that the strategy is set up in terms of what was most optimal for getting in and out of this particular stock, actually it's not saying it's saying to not get in at these points. These green dots here, those are the areas that I was able to identify with my specific strategy that I created. And so after optimizing the strategy for best performance, for best risk to reward ratio, that kind of thing, the optimization report, you get the option to modify certain parameters, whether it be the input, the swing high, low, the length of the swing that you're looking for, the strength of it. All those things are then adjusted. And so after those things are adjusted, the new settings say get in at these places, right? And so that's the difference between my green dots and these places. If I were to go back and I was to put the initial values into the strategy that I created initially, then it would start taking those entries where those green dots are. So again, like I said, the strategy that I created without optimization are where the green dots are. So again, not bad, right? Not bad. But after being optimized, the optimized strategy says, yeah, well, you shouldn't be taking that. You should be waiting for a better setup. And so maybe that's what it's waiting for. But again, you know, if you're scalping or if you're doing quick reversals or something like that, these places that I chose to get in at, I mean, out of the 8 or so times I see on here, it would have technically got stopped out maybe 2 times. And so a 75% profitability win rate is not bad either. Might have got stopped out there, but then that'd be 8, 9, 10, 11 got stopped out there, so maybe 9 out of 11. Now what is that, like roughly 85% or so? So I don't know, check the math, but yeah. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna try to update this NVOS strategy, try to find one that's maybe on the 1 minute chart that gets us some profitability as well. So we'll move this over to this. Is that desktop? And then we're going to. I don't think I'm gonna modify that. I think that's fine. Like I said, I think it's optimized, and that optimization is what told us not to get in at those places. So I'm okay with that. But on today, let's just make a strategy for today on the 15-second time frame and see what we might have come up with. And I like pretty much, just making the strategies from scratch, and that way I can make sure that I don't cheat and that I don't reuse the same logic. I like to reinvent the wheel. Makes my wheel stronger. Alright. So let's do a show me. It's gonna be 0905, 15 second. Should really do like the 1 minute, but I always like that challenge. 15 second 0905 23. Is that right? NVOS 0905 23. Start that. Go ahead and make one of these a bear. And then we're gonna go to our screen. Do show me 15 second NVOS 0905. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of your way so you can see what I'm doing. Strategy form support. Okay, so now we have all these dots on here. One of the things we do need to do is take away, just for the meantime, that first strategy that we already had on there that was created from the first or the third or whatever it was. All right, and now we have a lot of dots. We got to identify the better entries. Got to identify the players of this chart. What are the players doing? Well, I wouldn't want to get in down there. That's still from the first. It's from the first. I'm looking specifically today. Somewhere down there. Somewhere within here. Somewhere within here. And like I said, I'm not really interested in getting in on a down downtrend. I'm looking for longs. Of course, you can capture those little pullbacks, but they're risky. They're risky. All right. So we got a nice long wick on this guy here. This guy here has a bit of a wick. This guy here has a bit of a wick. So some of these have decent sized wicks. If we could capture the wick there, well, that bearish candle does not have a wick. The bullish candle does have a wick. So we wouldn't necessarily be able to go by that logic. I've got to decide if I really want to, if I'm really interested in these quick kind of reversals, or if I'm interested in these more kind of consolidated, rotated continuations. I think because those are two different things. So I need to decide that when I'm making my scripts. I need to decide that. close this. Oh, I'm fading away on you. Fading away. Let me see. Oh. What happened to my chroma? There we go. I'm gonna be looking crazy. Alright. Got it. Got it. Alright, so we got a bear. We got low volume there. Under the 50. Got low volume there. We got some with low volume there. So that's an easy one. We'll just say that the volume is less than V50. And then we're going to do something with these swing highs here. I always, recently, I always like to do something with a swing high. So saying that if swing H is greater than 0, then value 2 equals swing H. Else value else value 2 equals swing H of a bar ago, and boom. Alright, so now we get rid of value 2. Alright, so pretty much what we're saying is if we find that we've got a swing high there, we want to maintain that swing high through and through and through it. If we get another new swing high, then we're gonna hold that value. If we get another swing high, then we're going to hold that value. As long as we get another swing high, we're going to hold that value. So if we start getting a swing, if the swing high gets really low, then it's going to kind of start all over, and then it's going to go up, and then it's going to go up. It's going to look like a step. So I can show you that by plotting value 2. So we'll go down here and we'll do plot 2 equals value 2. We've already assigned plot 1, so we can't use that. Alright, so we got that. Right? Alright, that should be longer. These should connect. These blue dots should connect. Those are our swing highs. Alright, so swing high equals that. That's swing H. If swing H is greater than 0, then value 2 equals swing H. Else value 2 equals swing H of a bar ago. Now it's acting funny. It's acting funny. If swing H is greater than 0, then value 2 equals swing H. Yeah. Else, value 2 equals swing H of a bar ago. I don't know why that's not working for me right now, because that looks like that's just plotting swing H. So we do plot 3, swing H. Yeah, that just pretty much plotted swing H. Yeah. And it should be plotting continuation. There's going to be some little simple piece of this logic that I just left out. So let's figure it out. If swing H is greater than 0, we'll just say, because if it's not, if it's greater than 0, then it found a high. If it's not greater than 0, then it's going to be -1. Else, swing rate is greater than 0, then value 2 equals swing H. Else, value 2 equals swing H from Parco. No, else value 2 equals value 2 of a Bargo. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So this is what we're looking for. All right. So now we kind of got that. It's given us a swing high value across and across and across until there's a new swing high that meets that criteria. And that criteria, as I have set in the script, is a strength of 10. So 10 bars on either side. It doesn't need to be 10. It's much shorter than that. So these swing highs are like, these swing highs are like 4 or 5 bars, 4 or 5 bars, 4 or 5 bars. So we're going to make this 5, and we're going to make this 10, and then now. Okay, and so you could make a strategy that's a breakout strategy, but just based on this. And do I want to do that? I have not made a breakout strategy before. I'm going to scrap this one, and I'm going to make a breakout strategy. Just because I always like doing something new. Alright, so we're going to do a new show me. This is going to be 15-second NVOS 090523. We're actually going to just call it breakout and see what that looks like. Some of that same logic will apply here. We'll just use the same high that we used there, the swing high, so 5 and 10. This time, I don't think we're going to be looking for a bearish candle. We're going to be looking for a bullish candle, and it's not going to be bullish. It's not going to be bearish anyway, unless the only way for it to get over as a breakout, the only way for it to get over that swing high is for it to be a bullish candle, unless it jumps over it with a gap up and then it shoots down. So so it's going to be a bullish candle anyway. So let's verify that, and then we're going to, let's actually go back to the chart, and then we're going to remove, or we're just going to turn off this 15-second for right now. Just hit status, turn it off. Okay, and then we're going to go and we're going to add the new show me to it. 15-second NVOS breakout. Be this guy. Alright, so that's our breakout. Those are our indicators. Alright, so we're saying, let's go ahead and plot that value 2. Well, we got to write it out now. Now we got to write it out. Or we can go to the other one and just copy and paste. But I need to practice clearly. Alright, so if swing high is greater than 0, then value 2 equals swing high. Else value 2 equals value 2 of a Bargo. Alright, I think I got it that time. We're just going to cut that and put that in for the value 2 section. You cannot declare a variable more than one time, or it will give you an error. Alright, so now we're just going to plot 2 is value 2, verify, All right, so these would be our potential breakout lines. So we'd say, so our condition will be if the high is greater than, because it's got to be that the bar crosses over the high. So I know there's a crosses function, but I don't use it often, and I'm typically using it if it's like moving averages crossing. So it'd be something like if high, we'll do if high crosses value 2. Okay. Yep. See, it didn't like that. Oh, crosses over. It gave me some errors down there. So you guys didn't see the errors, but I saw the errors. And once I did that, then it gives me this one, which it shouldn't be that one because that one is first count of the day. So we want to say that the time has got to be greater than 09:35. Let's do that. Okay, so we lose that one. And then, well, we don't want to lose all of those. This is 15-second time frame, so we just put it the time is over 9:31. Still get that high volatility first part of the day. All right, so if time is over 9:31, so it's not going to include any of these bars until it gets after 9:31. And then the first time we get this crossover here over this swing high, boom, that says enter. So your stop loss will need to be at least, you know, this distance here, right? So I don't know, what is that? Kind of small there, Chippy. 0.15%, 0.145. Okay, and then same, excuse me, same way here. When it crosses over, that'd be the enter there. And on the strategy, it would have to be like enter intra-bar, because we wouldn't want to wait to the end of this bar to get in. Now we're already way up here, and now our risk has got to be way down here. So you definitely want to take that as the as a breakout, breakthrough, breaky. All right, so we got that one and 2, and then we got this one, and could have been stopped out there, but that's where your optimization report comes in and tells you like, hey, now this would be a 1-to-1 risk to reward, this low, this high, or more than likely this one would just end up getting stopped out so that you could take profit on the other transactions. All right, and then this one looks like a good one. It moved up. This one broke. Ooh, that would be a deep stop there, but it did continue to move up. This one moved up, and that's kind of cool. I mean, like I said, this is my first time making a breakout strategy, but it looks like it could be profitable. This one here did not work. This one here worked, but it's not a lot of meat on the bones. So you could, I mean, I guess those are okay though. I mean, you could certainly say that you want the non-moving average to be over the 25 moving average, and that way you're getting you're more likely in an uptrend. So I'm going to do that just for kicks and giggles. It's going to take away a lot of the see, I'm going to take off this print here. It's going to take away a lot of the potential entries, but that's okay. All right, let's see. All right, so we're going to open up the print screen down there, print max bars back, and we're going to print, yeah, so, oh, I hate when it does that. It's still, okay. Max bars back, count, print. We need to say that the 9 moving average is greater than the 25 moving average. What you mean? Count. I didn't add that. I think because we don't want count. Anyway. Still didn't print what I wanted to print. Print max bars back. Count. There we go. Doing a lot of work on my behalf. Jesus. Now this is what I haven't figured out. Typically when I'm making these strategies it's after hours, and so, that thing is really dropping. What's going on there? It's after hours and there's not a lot going on with the stock, so there's not any live data coming in. When I'm doing this print function, it doesn't keep moving on me. This keeps moving on me, and I haven't figured out how to stop it from moving on me. Because just as soon as I take my finger off the button, it moves to update the next tick or the next second, and then I can't assess what I'm trying to look at. So I've got to figure that out, but that'll be another time. Okay. Well, it stayed down that time. $300 count. So the max bars back is 300. Is that right? No, 30. Okay, 30 bars back. That doesn't make sense because I'm using the 200 exponential moving average, so it should be at least 200. And the count is 0, which shouldn't be right either because I have at least this count 1, 2, 3, 4. I've seen at least 4. So I think what I'm seeing here is off. I'm scrolling up and down, but I don't think it's updated properly. Alright, anyway. Let's go back to this. And so like I said, I've made the addition that the 9 moving average is over the 25 moving average, so it does give us these, it gives us these, gives us those couple. Might have been stopped out on that last one there, but it doesn't give us these that were going down that we saw before. So now it's starting to give us these again that are moving up, and that is cool. Alright, so I mean, that's pretty simple. That's only like three criteria, 3 pieces of logic, which is crazy because usually I'm doing like 7, 8, 9 pieces of logic, and breakout strategy looks like it's just going to be fairly simple. Alright, maybe that's why people like breakouts, but like I said, I've never gotten into it. This is 15 second. This is NVOS 090523 breakout strategy template. Bam and bam. So got to take the show part out of there. Take that out. What kind of stop loss? I don't know. What did we say? What was that number? This number here came up as when I click on it, I can see it. It's a dialog box that comes up. I guess you guys can't see it, but it says 1.45%. So I'm going to put 1.45 up here for stop loss, and I don't know. I mean, some of these move on up, not all of them, but let's just put roughly whatever that one is, 5.5%. I mean, if that was the case, that would be like a 1 to 3 risk to reward or something, which isn't bad. 3, 4.5, almost 1 to 4. Okay. Now, what do we need to adjust here? Buy next bar. If all of these, then buy next bar at market. So I got to figure out, because I know there's a way. Then buy next bar, then buy next bar at market. We need to buy this bar. Then buy. Can we just put buy at market? I don't think it likes that. I know it's very finicky about how you get these trades placed. I do know that. Yeah, see, it's giving me an error down here. You can't see the error. Let me see if I move this up. Yeah. Okay, then buy at market. It says that the limit orders must specify next bar, but I don't want it to specify next bar. Market stop and limit orders must specify next bar. That's crazy because I really needed to get in this bar as soon as it crosses. So what does that mean? How do I buy this bar? Let's do error help. See what comes up. Nothing came up, so I gotta find something. I gotta type in a search. Price, then buy this bar on close. Okay, so I can't use market. How do you use close? Maybe I can use high. Because the high can keep going up and up and up. So the high would be, you know, the high, what it is. As long as it's not the low, means it's going down. Buy this bar high. Didn't like that. Stop limiting contrast. On high? Because it said on close, so. No? Then bar. If you're interested in what I'm doing out there, I'm putting together a strategy to buy the breakout. So I put together some strategies before, and pretty much all the strategies I've ever put together are buying dips and reversals and that kind of thing. So I was working on a dip trade or algo trade for NVOS. That was this guy here. And you know, we started coming up with some stuff, but then I got interested in making a breakout trade, and I just switched it up and started making a breakout trade. So now I'm putting together a strategy to execute that, so we can see how it looks in a back test. So if swing has again, now we are. Oh, back to the strategy. We're trying to buy this bar on high. Buy bar, this bar on close. Reference to the open of next bar with a close order for this bar, current bar. Open of next bar. less than the price, then buy this bar. Huh. Cannot use next bar as price and close order in the same strategy. So Easy Language does not support using information from the next bar, date, time, or open. Well, that makes sense. I'm placing an order. I'm placing an order at the close of the current bar. Man, I feel like I'm just going to have to do buy this bar, because I could use the swing high value. I could just say the value 2, because the value 2 is going to be our break line, our break position, and so we're trying to identify when it crosses over value 2. So if I just say enter at value 2, yeah, that actually makes sense. If all those conditions, then buy this bar. I don't know if it'll let me buy it at a certain value though. Buy this bar at value 2. Nope. I know I'm not doing something right with that. It's gotta allow me to be able to do that. Set stop loss, average entry price. Then buy at value 2. I mean, intuitively that makes sense, but doesn't like that either. Let's go to definition of buy. Buy next bar at 45 stop. Then buy next bar at open. Then buy next bar at 45 stop. Okay, so what I can do, I'll just take out condition 1, because I want to satisfy condition 1 by buying at value 2. So I'm just going to take out condition 1 and I'm going to buy, what was the syntax there? Next bar at value 2. Can I do this bar? At value 2, and I think it said stop, right? So what type of, or maybe that's all I needed to do there, was just add stop. Stop on, by next bar. Counter A. Just got another variable in there that we didn't declare. And got to spell it right. Okay, so no errors. Alright, so let's go over to the chart analysis screen, and then we're going to pull that up and see what it does. NVOS breakout. Okay, so with NVOS breakout on here, status, close. Okay, so we would have entered. Alright, well, it worked pretty good. It worked pretty well. It worked pretty well. Okay. Alright, so it bought the breakout. I don't know what it did there. It wasn't supposed to buy anything there, right? What's it doing? It bought that one. I don't know why I did anything here. Okay, let's optimize this though and see what it does, and then I'll go back. I have to go back and figure out what where I went wrong on the logic. Value 2 swing high, I'm calling that value 2 if high crosses over value 2. Well, maybe I think something doesn't make sense, but I think I see what it's doing is that this swing high has become the next value 2, but it technically doesn't become the next value 2 until it's got, this can't be a swing high until it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars below it on both sides. So this should not be identified. What? So this should not be identified as a swing high yet. And actually, I think this one's probably higher. And it certainly shouldn't have bought it right here at this level. So I think, yeah, this is saying that cross that swing high threshold, but again, this can't be qualified as a swing high until you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars away. Now it's qualified as a swing high. Until then, the swing high is down here. And that is over. So now this high, now the next bar is over value 2. Maybe that's why it's buying it? Because it's just over it? I'm going to leave that condition 1 back in there and see if that clears it up. I feel like that's messing with the... Yeah, there we go. Is that it? I feel like that was it. Yeah. But again, now it's buying that next bar up here instead of buying this bar right through it, which is going to be the problem. So I need all those conditions to be met, and then still not buy the next bar. Needed to buy this bar. Stop and limit orders can only be placed for next bar. Stop and limit orders. This bar at market? I thought market had to be next bar. Buy this bar at... Oh, maybe I just do this. Take out the value, because the value hits it as it crosses. That's when the condition becomes true. And now it says market orders can only be placed for the next bar. It wasn't saying that a second ago. So it was saying stop and limit orders had to be placed in the next bar. It wasn't saying that market orders need to be placed in the next bar. then buy this bar, and it wasn't letting me just put the value. Buy this bar at high, buy this bar at value 2. Something's got to work here. Well, no, I need a semicolon. All right. All those. All right. Parentheses. Sell this bar at close. Everything happens at close, huh? Close or buy next bar at market. Buying the next bar at the market just allows for too much slippage. And I could see if we took the condition, if we took this final condition out that it crosses over value 2, that would be fine. That should be fine. We take that out and then we just buy. Well, we don't want to buy the next bar at the market. We want to buy the next yeah, we don't want to buy it at the market. We want to buy it the next time it crosses value 2, which I think is kind of what I had. Buy next bar at value 2. Stop. So most of these are legit except for like this guy. Unless there's something off with my bars back setting. Doesn't look like it. Maybe. Let's do the max bars back as 30. I keep seeing that. But 30 should not work. Let me see if you guys can't see what I'm looking at. Oh. Let me just do the whole thing. The whole dack blasted thing. And nope. That's not what I'm going for. Display, get you the whole display. That's the wrong one. Ah, yes, that's what we're looking for. That's not what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Okay. All right, so that'll make it easier. You can see everything that's going on. Okay, so get back up there. There we go. All right. Now, I've appeared from nowhere. Okay, so I think what we're looking at here is the properties for all. Typically, it'd be a 201 if you're doing anything with like a 200 period moving average. But I keep seeing 31. Oh, keep seeing like 31 down here, something of that nature. So I think I want to make sure that I want to try and see if this responds well to just doing 31. Because if you have your numbers off for the bars back, it will kick you out. It will throw off your entries, and that doesn't seem to be the issue. That does not seem to be the issue. Alright, so we got that buy. That was good. This buy here, though, like I said, this buy here, there's something wrong with that. And it's buying it right here, which is not our value too. All right. Again, I gotta go back and play with that again so I can see what the deal is. All right, if we were to optimize this, what would it look like? Okay. Yeah. So, breakout trading, I don't know, man. $2,000 on a $50,000 account, is that good enough? That's 5% return. You're in the market for a long period of time. 96% of the time you're in the market. That's a lot. Where's the percentage win rate? 28% profitable? I don't think so. I mean, great return, but profitability is not great. But again, though, there's something going on with there's the equity curve. Sorry, it's fine. But there's something going on with this with these entries here. Because it's taking entries that, like, I didn't tell it to take. And it shouldn't have took any down here because we put that criteria in that the 9, well, maybe the 9 has got to be greater than the 25 moving average, and it is there. One time. Bot here got stopped out there? Yeah, probably not. Those should have been good ones. They should have even optimized it to be able to maintain those. Maybe not this one. Alright, well, that was my first attempt at a breakout strategy, and I don't think the problem is the strategy itself. The problem is not being able to get in. Let's see. I know there's a way I can edit the strategy to work for intra-bar. Maybe that's it. Enable intra-bar order generation and calculation. Okay. That messed up that curve even more. But it's not that. That's not the problem. It's still taking these entries here, and it should not be. It should have only took this entry here. Yeah. I don't know. Time is greater than 931. The 9 period moving average is over the 25 period moving average. The high crosses over value 2. We know what value 2 is because it's indicated by these blue dots there. And that's not crossing value 2. So if all those, well, it took condition 1 out for the time being. But with it back in there, or out, it doesn't matter. But even without it in there, we're saying we want to buy the next bar at value 2. Or should we just say buy at value 2? Buy value 2 stop. It says it got to say next bar. Well, but I guess we're not necessarily saying that it is the next bar. We're just saying that the next bar where it happens let's see. Buy next bar at stop, buy order name, number of shares, order action. Only where buying the order action are required by the order syntax. Buy next bar. Buy next bar at open or buy next bar 45 stop. Okay, here we go. You must specify one of the 5 different order actions with your buy order. Here we go. Didn't know it. Fine. Thank you. You can buy this bar on close. You can buy next bar at open. You can buy next bar at market. You can buy next bar at your price stop. Or you can buy next bar at your price limit. Strategy orders are generated on the bar close event and place in the market based on the order action. Okay, strategy orders are generated on the bar close event and placed in the market based on the order action. It kind of makes sense though. I don't know. And that makes sense to me because you wouldn't want it to be too easy to make money. And I think that they could probably set it up to where you could buy it as it crosses that bar. Sure, there'd be a lot of slippage. Like if you get in at a break and it moves really quickly, a lot of slippage. Sure, fine. But they don't have an option to do that, right? And maybe another platform does. TradeStation Easy Language right now, from what I can see, does not. So, and I always pay a lot of attention when something is hard to do or something seems impossible or something is not an option. It's either because it's unsafe or it's the best thing since sliced bread. It could be a combination of both, but some things that are too good, too profitable, too whatever, are going to be harder to get. They're going to be more out of arm's reach because yeah, the folks who want it the most don't want you to have the access to it. They don't want you to have what they got. No. So I think myself, just looking at this might be something that, you know, you have this excuse me, you have this indicator running, and then as it crosses, as it breaks those levels, you just make a manual entry yourself, right? Because you certainly wouldn't want to wait until this bar closes way up here to get in up here, and then now your risk is way down here. No, you want to get in at the break here. And I understand that a lot happens here, you know, like even on this bar, as it starts getting ready to cross this bar, a lot happens here. There's a lot of volume, there's a lot of volatility. It can certainly get stopped out, and then this is your risk down here, right? But I don't know. And like I say, I don't know how to trade these very well because that's not what I do. But I can see some implications for trading it. I certainly can. So I will stick to what I know, and I'll wrap up this video, but I'll stick to what I know, and hopefully we get some. I mean, I should go back and finish this other show me that I was working on. I think it was working out okay. NVOS 0905. Let's get this one out of here. We're gonna open NVOS 0905 back up. No, I think it was actually on the chart still. I just muted it. So we're going to mute this one and then turn this one back on. Okay. This is as far as we had gotten on the other kind of a dip buy before we went back to looking for breakouts. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go dump my brain or something for a minute. So guys, hope you got something out of it, but we are gonna keep on keeping on. Till the next time, I'm Eric. I'm out. Peace.